Hey guys, so today is April 30th, so it's time for April favorites. During the month of April, I was more adventurous and creative with my makeup and nail polish than I have ever been. I took a lot of chances with color combinations, and sometimes I was amazed and just so pleased with the results, and then other times it didn't come out, you know, quite as nice as I wanted to, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. I know I did a video about this already, but I strongly recommend taking some risks with color combinations because you never know what is going to happen. Perfect example. Can we talk about this manicure for a second? Now, I hope that the lighting is gonna show this. I'm gonna tilt my nails back and forth so maybe you can see, so it might pick up some of the complexities. But I had a chipped nail yesterday, so I said, all right, I gotta redo my nails. And when I was trying to decide what to do, I said I'm gonna layer again, because the last couple manicures I think that I just did a straight up regular plain polish. Well, I don't know what possessed me to put this color combination together, but I love it. The first thing that I put down was an Essie limited edition shade from, I don't even remember what collection this was from. I'm shaking it up because it's a little discolored on the bottom, but this is called Da Bush, D-A Bush, and it's kind of a light warm green, light warm green, I would say. So that's the first thing I put down. Then on top of that, I put this. My friend June sent me this about, I don't know, 3 years ago probably. It's by Catrice, so unfortunately we can't get it in this country. This is a German brand, but it's called Catrice Million Styles Effect Top Coat. And this is one of those multifaceted top coats that has like a million different colors in it and just transforms whatever you put it over. So that is the combination that I did. Now, this was risky because if you look at the colors in the Catrice polish, which I know you probably won't be able to see all the different colors, but when you look at all those colors, they don't really look like they would go with this green, but you never know is my point. Try different things with manicures, try different things with eyeshadow combinations, and you will be amazed at the things that you might come up with. Okay, next I want to talk about ColourPop. In a video recently, I said that I felt like the crease colors just weren't worth the aggravation because you can't use brushes with them. The way that ColourPop eyeshadows go on best is with your fingers, so that works out fine for a highlight shade and lid shade, but if you're trying to do crease work, it's impossible to do it with your finger and have it come out the way you want it to. And I had been using sponge tip applicators, but you just can't get a sponge tip applicator to work the same way a brush does. So I was talking about that in the video and I was all frustrated and everything. And you know, after I did that video, I felt so bad, and it's been in the back of my mind for the last couple days. So I remembered that one of you had left a comment on one of my videos a while back, I guess, when I first was getting into ColourPop, and you said that you used a brush in the crease and you didn't have any problems. So I thought about that and I was like, well, maybe it's just a matter of finding the right brush to use. So last night I took one of my crease type ColourPop eyeshadows out. Actually, I took out one that was not one of my favorites, and I took out a bunch of brushes that I wanted to try, and I just systematically took the different brushes and kept experimenting with swatching on my hand, and I found a brush that works with the crease. But what kills me is this brush isn't available anymore. This company stopped making brushes, but I'm going to show you anyway because I think you could find something similar to this. As a matter of fact, I went searching online to try to find a similar brush to recommend to you because I felt bad that you can't get this one anymore. But Rite Aid used to make makeup brushes, and I had pulled out the flat eyeliner brush recently and started using that to take a little bit of eyeshadow along the lower lash line and just, you know, put it like that, because I love doing eyeshadow as an eyeliner. So I pulled this one out thinking that I would give this one a try, and it doesn't have a name, it's just one of their eye brushes. But yeah, Rite Aid sadly does not make brushes anymore, but if you have this brush, it's got like regular colored bristles on the bottom, and then it's got lighter bristles on the top. It's like one of those dual fiber things, and it's fairly stiff in terms of the texture of the brush. But this is the type of brush that you need to do. I had tried so many brushes and could not get anything to work for me, but this works fine. I did what I have on today. Matter of fact, I'll close my eyes so you can get a better look at it, because I'm so happy with the way this came out, because I just used these shadows the other day and it makes all the difference when you're happy with your crease work. So just to mention, what I have on is ColourPop Bites is my highlight, and by the way, this is exactly like the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk in terms of texture, in terms of color, in terms of everything. It's like the NYX Jumbo Pencil melted down into a pot. So if you already have that, you don't need this. But if you don't have that, I think this might be like $1 cheaper. So anyways, that's Bites by ColourPop. That's my highlight shade. I have it on my brow bone highlight, and I put it in the inner corner. And then on my lids is Acorn. So this is a pearlized finish, which I love the way the pearlized finish eyeshadows look. It's just so pretty. But here's the one that made all the difference. This is Downtown. And the reason why I was so frustrated with this whole situation before is this is a gorgeous, cool, matte brown. And the matte shadows in particular can be a little tricky to work with the ColourPop. And most people, I feel like, use matte in the crease. But now that I found the right brush to work with this, this is gorgeous and I love it. And I could do like a little bit of complexity with the application and the way I blended it and so forth. Okay, so you can't get the Rite Aid brush anymore, so what do I recommend instead? There is a brush by Sephora that looks exactly like this. It's the Sephora cream shadow brush, and it looks exactly like this. So that's the type of brush that you want to go for. So I would recommend go on the Sephora website, take a look at that brush. If you don't want to get that brush, because Sephora brushes aren't cheap, but they're not as expensive as some other brushes, like MAC, for example, that a lot of people have. But yeah, take a look at that brush and get an idea of what it is you're looking for. You won't have any problems with crease work with ColourPop again. So that was really important, and I wanted to make sure that I included that in my favorites video because I love my ColourPop eyeshadows. I've got a ton of them and I want to be able to use them and not get frustrated with it. Okay, what else have I been loving this month? Oh, my holy grail foundation for life, you guys. NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I have a whole drawer of foundations that I wanted to use up, and I seriously doubt I'll ever touch any of them again, because when you find something that works for you, you don't want to use anything else. This is amazing. I have a lot of issues with my skin. If you've seen me without makeup, you know that I have redness, I have acne scars, I have much, I do not have perfect skin. This is so light, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing any makeup. It covers everything that I need it to cover. I get full coverage, but yet it's so thin and watery that I don't really understand how they do it. It's like magic in a bottle. It's kind of expensive, but you need so little. I only use a fraction of what I used to use with other foundations. With other foundations, I used to have to pile it on to cover everything up. With this, you only need a tiny little bit and it covers everything. And one of the other great things about this that I have neglected to mention before is because I use this, now I don't, and I'm getting full coverage, I don't have to set my face with powders anymore because I'm older, my skin is dry, and so adding powders is just going to aggravate any dry issues that I have. So now that I don't have to use a powder, oh my God, it's wonderful because all I have on is just the foundation and it covers everything. So now that I don't have to use a powder to set my foundation anymore, now I can use, what did I do with it? I put it away and I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this. Let's see, here it is. Now that, sorry, so I'm sounding like a broken record here, but now that I don't have to use powder to set my foundation anymore, now I can use something that I've always enjoyed but couldn't really use, cream blushes. Because normally you have foundation, then you put powder on, then you try to put a cream blush on, and it doesn't apply well because you're trying to put cream on top of powder. That just doesn't work. So this is a flower blush stick. It's Apricot-a-lot is the shade, but this comes in lots of nice shades. This is Flower Beauty, Drew Barrymore's line, available only at Walmart, but kind of pricey, I think, for drugstore makeup, but really, really nice. I love the way it applies, as long as I'm not applying it over a powder. I love the way it blends. I love the end result, but yeah, I may have to get more colors of this at some point because it is really nice. But anyways, yeah, so now I can use cream blushes again. Yay! So that'll be even more cream, less powder on my face, which is always nice and feels good on your skin. Okay, what else have I been loving this month? I had somebody ask me one day, what is that candle that you're always burning in the background? You never talk about candles. This is true. I never used to talk about candles because I was always burning the same candle day after day, month after month. Finally, I got a new one and I love it. And the only problem is not everybody is going to be able to take advantage of this because the place where I got this from is a store that is not in all 50 states, and it's certainly not in other countries. So that's why I was kind of reluctant to mention this, but for those of you who can take advantage of it, I figured that I should mention it. The candle that I burn in my videos all the time is from, well, first let me say what the scent is. It's Hawaiian coconut, and God, I love the smell of like pineapple, coconut, tropical type smells. But anyways, this candle is from Christmas Tree Shop. Now I know you've heard me talk about Christmas Tree Shop before. It's a chain of stores that is in the same family as Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond, Christmas Tree Shop, Harmon Drug Stores, all the same company. But unfortunately not in all 50 states. But the reason why I love this so much is because it's very inexpensive. Off the top of my head, I don't remember how much it was, but it was less than $5, which is really cheap for a candle. I think it might have been, I'm not even going to guess because I don't remember, but it was less than $5. Comes in lots of different scents, so no matter what type of scents you're into, you would be able to get, you know, something that you enjoyed. The only downside to this is the wick sometimes will split when I'm burning it. So what I do is, before I light it each time, I just like snip off the very end of the wick to sort of get it in good condition again. I mean, it only takes half a second and it's very easy to do. But if you do that, you won't have any problems. But another thing that I like about this candle is it's subtle. I don't like candles that are really powerful, powerfully scented, because sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, especially in a small room like this. This is our den, so it's a very small room, and the only thing in here is the table that I film at and a chair, and then the two rocker recliner type chairs with a little table in between, and I have like some more drawers with stuff in it on the other side of the room. But and then right next to me is a stand that also has storage in it with like a big screen TV. So we watch TV in here. So this is a small room. So if you were to burn a candle that was really powerful, it would be too much. It would be overwhelming. Plus I have allergies. This candle doesn't bother me, but some candles really bother me. Like if I go to a place like Bath and Body Works and I start walking around sniffing things, it doesn't take very long before I have a headache and I feel like I can't breathe, and their scents are very powerful. Too powerful for me, I think. So this is very mildly scented. It doesn't make me sneeze, it doesn't give me a headache, and it doesn't overpower the den, which is the room that, you know, I'm burning the candle in. Also, if you're somebody who likes to burn candles just for the ambiance, not so much for the smell, this is also great for that because you won't get that powerful smell. But if you're somebody that enjoys candles for the smell, this wouldn't be the way to go. But less than $5, really smell, I mean, if you want to enjoy the smell, just stick your nose in the jar when the candle's not burning and you'll be able to smell it really good. But yeah, so that's the candle that I've been burning. And if you don't have a Christmas tree shop near you, another company's candles that I highly recommend that are also not expensive is Target's candles. Check out the Target candle section if you've never done so before, because it's the same type of deal where their candles are not as expensive as a place like Bath and Body Works, and they have lots of nice scents to pick from. That's what I used to burn before I got this, was a Target candle. I think Target's candles are a little more expensive than this though. I mean, this is really inexpensive, this Christmas tree shop one, less than $5. And if you don't know for sure whether you have a Christmas tree shop, let's see if their website is on here. No, they don't list it, but just type in Christmas tree shops on the internet and you'll find their website right away, and then it'll have like a store locator thing so you can see if you have one near you. Some Christmas tree shops have beauty sections that sell makeup, some do not. I don't know why that is. It's the same thing with Bed Bath & Beyond. Some Bed Bath & Beyonds have makeup, some don't. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So what else? I think that's it. I feel like I've been talking. And the camera just shut off, so that tells me that I have been talking for a long time. So that I'll definitely cut it off now that I know that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.